Hello, my name is Christine Steele. I'm the chairperson of the Carers Poverty Protest. We're here for carers' rights. We're here to see our MPs this afternoon in Committee Room 10 to tell them that enough is enough. Carers need better lives. They don't need the complications of filling in lots of forms. They need more money, and they need respite, and they need the government to see that 24/7 caring. If the government took that over, it would, carers save the government billions.
Hi, I'm Claire from Invisible, Women with Visible and Invisible Disabilities, and this is my colleague Kim from Single Mothers Self-Defence, and we're here today to support the demand for an increase in the carers allowance, and also to let people know what's happening with the welfare reform bill, where the government is aiming to make everyone of working age be available for work, and that's regardless of caring responsibilities for someone who's disabled or elderly, having to bring up small children, having a disability yourself. They want everyone to be either out looking for work or doing training or something like that, and it goes against what the government is saying about the carers strategy and being respectful of carers work. They're actually taking that away at the same time as they're paying lip service to carers, the value of carers work.
What do you think you can actually get out practically from today?
Well, I think we're stronger if people are informed about what's happening, and to be in touch with each other and to support each other in the demands that we're making.
And what do you think is actually the biggest challenge that the caregivers have at the moment?
I think the biggest challenge is how to be in touch with each other, because a lot of people, because of their unwaged caring workload, can't travel. I mean, people are using the internet really a lot now, but it's hard. We're struggling with a terrible workload, and we're not getting help from social services with it. I mean, they say that they assess carers to see what support social services should provide, when in fact what they do is they see how many hours the carer can provide, and then they might top that up with a few hours, like maybe 3 hours.
Okay.
So people are struggling, to be able to cope with that and to be able to be in touch with each other.
And what do you think is the main thing the government can actually practically do?
Well, the thing now is to really invest in caring.
Right.
Our demand is to invest in caring, not killing, which is all the billions that they're spending in Afghanistan, in Iraq, to come back to invest in caring here. I mean, they're saying with the budget today that they're going to really cut back on all the welfare, to subsidise the banks, and that is really the upside down priorities.
Now, do you think that the investment in caring should be in terms of training or in terms of cash?
Well, there needs to be a whole set of things. I mean, at the moment, the Department of Health money for the carer strategy seems to be aimed at getting carers back into wage work, and that's completely the wrong emphasis. I mean, people should have the choice, but the basic services and the basic money is not there.
Yeah.
Carers allowance at the moment is below the job seekers rate.
Right.
And there's all kinds of rules. You have to be doing 35 hours or more, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So basically the work should be recognised, the amount should be raised. They should stop cutting the replacement of incapacity benefit. All the benefits should be increased to make it actually a decent standard of living.
Right.
And then if people want to do wage work on top, the jobs should have a decent wage as well, because what they're proposing with the welfare reform bill is actually to drive wages down.
Yes.
They want to place people in supermarkets for it's called work for your benefits.
Yes.
What they're going to be doing. So that's all going to be a gift to the big companies who are already making massive profits.
Right.
To exploit people even more, and no consideration for our, access or other flexibility of working that we need.
hello. Why are you here today, please?
Well, I'm from a group called the Single Mother Self-Defence. We're part of the Global Women's Strike, and we're here again, as Claire said, to connect with the people who are demanding decent carers allowances. We're particularly connecting that the government is trying to force lone parents, single parents, mostly mothers that is, out to wage work, leaving our children at younger and younger ages. It has been 16. They've changed the law to 12. Next year it will be when our youngest is 10. The year after when our youngest children are 7, and they want to bring it down to 3. And it is an absolute outrage because there is no care for the carers, who's us as the mothers. We're carers, we're workers. We do say that we're workers. We're already working. Every mother is a working mother, and it must be our choice if we go out to waged work. It must be when we can decide that it's the right thing for us and our children and our families. The waged work that they're throwing us out to is really for a pittance. As you know, women's wages and mothers' wages are the lowest of all. Mothers the lowest of all. And who is going to be telling the boss when my child is sick and I have to take a week off, and then my other child may get sick and I have to take a week off, and then I get sick because of the stress and the strain of being a single parent? Who's going to tell the boss to keep my job, and who's going to make up for those 3 weeks of unpaid wage? And that's the kind of work, that's the kind of thing the government is not taking into consideration. The welfare reform bill is in its Lord's stage at the moment. On the 29th it's got its second reading. There is a committee stage after that. We don't know the date of that yet. But we will be lobbying the House of Lords, and Oliver James, the well-known child psychologist, he's going to be speaking at one of our briefings in the House of Lords, and we'll have more information about that on the Global Women's Strike website as soon as we have that meeting. We would love people to come and speak out about the kind of work that they're doing already, and that they want to be valued and cared and counted against all the terrible forcing out to work, as Claire said, of the different people that we are: carers, people with disabilities, single parents, and being forced to do this unwaged work, work for your benefits.
Oh, we've got 2.
Yeah.